Hello everybody, this is Delpha, and we're back in If My Heart Had Wings. Back at the secret base it seems. Let's carry on.
葵がいない間に他の方法も調べてみたんだけど、どれも今から準備するには厳しいわ。
Aggie searched for other ways to launch besides a winch or rubber cord, but she couldn't find something we could do in time. Even though the signs have come?
もうちょっと調べてみる。
Okay, I'm counting on you. Okay, good luck, Aggie here. As I was saying that, I pulled out my phone to check for messages. No new messages was displayed on the screen. Ever since then, I hadn't heard from Kotori. Had she already discussed it with her father? Since I hadn't heard anything, it probably meant nothing had been decided, but I decided to write a message to Kotori. I saw a sign just now. The morning glory is coming tomorrow morning. She'll definitely come back. Knowing that, I pressed send. Ooh, what are we having? As and Nero came back, each holding a big shopping bag.
Oh, おかえり。
What are we having?
おにぎりがあんまりなかったから、サンドイッチを買ってきたわ。
Okay, I'm up for that.
あと、姉さんがおやつをたんまりと。
What type of snacks?
ご苦労さん。
Probably sweets. Yeah. We're going to stay here tonight. I had the two of them go stock up for our siege.
そっちはどうですか？どれも今からじゃ厳しそう。
Oh, definitely.
ということは、今のところ残された方法は。
Oh, my favorite part, the rubber cord. The bungee jumping cord. Yoro looked devastated.
小鳥先輩はどうなった
She really doesn't like the rubber cord, does she? Aggie looked at me. I shook my head to reply. I haven't heard anything yet.
モーニンググローリーがもう来ちゃうのに。
Yep.
ひばりさんに頼んでみたらどうかな。
Oh, yeah.
モーニンググローリーが来てる間だけ、こ
But
っちに連れてきてほしいって。
would Hibari actually let her? I don't think so, no. I'm going to wait a bit longer. If I don't hear back, I'll do that. If that sign was correct, the real thing was coming tomorrow morning. Hopefully. Even then, it would only be around for 2, maybe 3 hours.
けどそれもグライダーが飛べたらの話よ。機体もない、離陸もできないじゃ意味ないわ。
Yep.
だよね。皆さん、ご飯にしませんか？
I agree. Asses seemed to try to perk us up, just as we were getting down. Yeah.
そういや、もうお腹ペコペコだわ。
Peko peko. It sounds like they're saying peko peko whenever they say that. Without realizing it, our normal mealtime had long since passed. Everyone started to take whatever they wanted out of the shopping bags. Like what? I'll have this ham sandwich. I'll have this cheese sandwich. I will have this mayo sandwich. Ew. While waiting for her instant noodles, Aggie searched for a picture of the rubber towing cable found earlier in the day. A huge crowd of people pulled on the cord, and the glider rose only a few centimeters? Scant. That was a simple light glider. Our two-seater would never be able to get in the air by this method. Everyone stared at the screen, half having given up.
これはなんだい？
Hello, Amane.
これはゴム作栄光の。
No need to get scared as only Amane shows pops up out of nowhere. Out of the blue. All of a sudden, there was Amane peeking over Aggie's shoulder to see the computer screen. Amane, when did you get here? Placing her helmet on the desk, she answered while looking at the screen.
さっきだ。入ってきても誰も気づかないから。
Well, you didn't say anything. At least say hi. We had been staring at the screen so hard we didn't even notice she'd arrive.
ゴム作栄光。こんなやり方もあったのか。
You didn't know? She seemed genuinely interested. I guess there are things even she doesn't know. She began looking at all the resources Aggie had brought up.
なるほど。面白いなこれ。でもこれじゃあ私たちのグライダーは飛ばないな。
Yep. My heart sunk as soon as the words came out of her mouth. If Amane Mochizuki says it's impossible, it's impossible.
どうした？暗い顔をして。
Well, the truth is, I told Amane about the broken winch.
そうだったのか。
Yep.
それで他の発行方法を探していたんです。
And so far failing. Amane began looking at the resources again. This time she was serious. I guess it's nearly impossible.
そうだな。
Looks like it. That was a very low Amane grunted at the screen. I guess it is impossible.
そういえば小鳥はどうしたんだ？
I guess no one told her. She spoke as if she had just remembered about her. Well, a shocked look came across my face. That's right, with everything that had happened, I forgot to tell Amane about Kotori.
今日退院してくる予定だったよな。
Yes. Agia was looking worried. Oh yeah, she didn't seem to have any major injuries. She seems good.
そうか。よかった。
A bit in the middle, yeah. But after that, I explained to her what happened after Kotori left the hospital.
そんなことがあったのか。
I know, chaos. Ugh.
それで
One thing after
まだ
another.
連絡はないのかい？
Right, nothing yet. Amane began looking worried again.
さっき予兆が見えただろ。
Everyone
そ
saw
れ
the
でこっちへ
signs.
来てみたんだ。
Except for Kotori.
きっ
In a
と
way.
小鳥が飛ぶんだろうと思って。でもそうか。
Not this time.
小鳥は飛べないのか。もし小鳥が無理でも飛ぶところを見せてあげたくていろいろ探してみたんですが。
We were pretty much ready to give up.
残された方法はこのゴム柵だけということか。
Sadly, yeah. A jump
滑走
ramp.
路にジャンプ台をつけるのはどうでしょう。
That would not work. Asa suddenly spoke up. Everyone then turned their attention to her.
ゴムで引っ張りながらジャンプ台をグライダーがこう。
It won't work. She began to explain with shaking hands. What, like jazz hands or something? Basically, there would be a jump ramp on the runway and the glider would be shot up the ramp.
うまくいけば
Shot up the
少
ramp.
なくともこの動画よりは高く飛べそうね。
How would that even work with people?
でしょ。
Amane shook her head.
加速が足りない。
Thought so.
仮に5、6メートルくらいまで上がれたとしてもすぐに失速してしまう。
We need a new plan.
ジャンプ台を登るために勢いも犠牲にしてるしね。
Oh yeah.
ダメですか。
Do I said before and use the vehicle or something? That should work.
ジャンプ台を作るのは今すぐ取り掛かればギリギリいけなくもないかな。
Giri giri.
かなり無茶だけど。
Basically, the glider would have to go up at least 10 meters after it hit the ramp. If there isn't a strong lift right at the end of the jump ramp, there's really no point at all. Everyone was deep in thought.
上昇気流を発生させる方法があればいいわけか。
Yep. That or have it go off the cliff. Maybe that would do something. Yeah. Just as I had about given up, I heard a clap of excitement come from Amane.
ああ、それでいいじゃないか。
You want us to kill ourselves by falling off a cliff? What? Everyone looked at her in confusion.
そうかそうか。何も滑走路から飛び立つ必要はないんだな。
Would a slope work? Would a motorway work? Maybe? I don't know.
いやでも危ないんじゃ。
Even if we were to start to fly like that, if we didn't have a lift at that point, what would happen? The drop would cause acceleration, but if there was no way to rise after that, it'd be completely pointless. If the glider was still high enough after it accelerated, that would be fine, but that would have to be from a really high cliff, basically impossible. However, suddenly Amane spoke up.
それで行こう。
No! I don't want to die, Amane! I'm too young! She began nodding her head, as if it had already been decided. No!
紙と書くの。
No!
はい、どうぞ。
Don't listen to her! No! Put it back! Oh god. We're all gonna die. Taking paper and a pen from Asa, Amane began to write furiously.
機体重量がおよそ
Oh
280
god, here we go.
2人の体重が合計 100kg として。
The paper began to fill up with mathematical equations and diagrams.
紙。
Asa laid down another sheet for Amane, who hadn't even lifted her head.
それじゃ足りないわ。
Oh god. Yo grabbed a bundle of paper and plopped it down in front of Amane. Without even looking up, Amane took more paper and kept on writing. Oh my god.
トランスモードだ。久しぶりに見た。
Shh. She's in the zone. Amane had an intense look of concentration on her face. This was exactly like the first time I met her when she was staring at the drawing board. When she's like this, she'll even forget that she's hungry, and she's quite the eater. Oh yeah, definitely.
なるほどね。その手があったか。
Yura was nodding along in agreement as she read through the sheets of paper Amane was producing. Then,
時間がもったいない。私も手伝うわ。
oh god, the two smartest people in the room are gonna help. Saying that, she sat down next to Amane and began scribbling out equations. I couldn't believe my eyes. Huh? You're going to help?
一体何が始まっているの？
It's scary.
怖いです。
Cover your eyes, children! And able to follow along with what was going on, we just watched in amazement. Oh. Oh, nighttime. Wasn't that already nighttime? In a way. Scribble, 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 scribble. I can't do the sound effects, I haven't got a pen on me. The scratching sound of both pens went on, almost without a single pause. Both Amane and Yuro kept on writing without saying a word. The way they were working, it almost seemed as if they were communicating in an entirely different language. We, that is, Agia, Asa, and myself, stayed back and had our own conversation. From what I heard from Akira, the glider should be in the gym storeroom. There's a steady lock on the door. It's not something you could just hit and break open.
あそこならセキュリティはないわね。となると、問題はその鍵か。
Yep.
飛岡先生、見張ってるんじゃないでしょうか。
Don't think so now.
ありえるわね。
That old
あのおっ
fart.
さんが
About a winch. He'd think we can't fly. There's no way he's still worrying about us. With Amane working this hard, perhaps something might happen after all. Now all that's left is to take back the glider.
鍵を何とかしたとして、
Oh,
どうやって運ぶんですか？
it's time for another Mission Impossible.
そこなのよね。
Dun, 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 dun,
あんちゃんに頼めれば楽なんだけど。
dun, 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 dun. This might be too much, though. What we're doing could get us arrested if things don't go perfectly. Since we were students, the school would probably handle disciplining us. That wouldn't be the case for Anchan. Nope, he'd probably get arrested, yeah. Everyone was already prepared to be punished by the school. If there was a way to fly, we'd do it. That's how we all felt. We could just move it, like we did before. There's a bicycle with a wagon attached, at the grocer's shop down at Kazami Shopping Street. It would be difficult, but if we could load the disassembled glider onto the cart, someone could pedal while the others pushed. Oh yeah. We needed a way to do it without the teachers noticing us. Breaking the lock will be noisy. That'll definitely get us noticed.
なるべく
Yep.
音がしない方法で壊すしかないわね。鉄の子じゃ
It would work,
時間がかかりすぎるか。
but that'd take a very long time, yeah.
針金でこうコチョコチョっと。
Gonna do some Skyrim, some lockpicking, are we, Asa? Yeah. No, no, no. It only works like that in cartoons or Skyrim. The more we talked about different plans, the more realistic it seemed. The possibility of flying the Morning Glory. Don't you mean over the Morning Glory? I don't know. The glider was taken, our winch was broken. Everything had seemed to be over. Even so, there is still something missing. I still haven't heard from Kotori. Looking at the clock, I noticed it was just about to turn to midnight. There was still time until it began, but it was getting late. I looked at my cell phone and continued to grow nervous.
小鳥遅いね。
Very late.
まだ連絡がないんですね。
Yeah. Yeah. Did she read my message? I can't imagine she'd remain quiet if she knew that the sign had appeared.
たく
Yeah.
初めて会った時からだけど、人に世話焼かせる子だよ。
Troublemaker. That's because she's the youngest child. As I was responding with a laugh, my phone rang. It wasn't a message, it was a call. Hello?
あ、もしもし、葵くん？
Kanako?
かなこだけど、
Kanako?
今、ひばりさんが来てるんだけど、
Okay.
葵くんに渡したいものがあるって言ってるから、
Ooh, a
悪い
present.
けど、戻ってこられる？
But it's probably not good. Yeah, I'll be right there. I closed my phone and stood up. I'll be right back. Ooh. Something else bad? I ran up the hill, panting. Why did Hibari come? Is Kotori with her? What did she want to give me? I was out of breath, but I ran on, fueled by my worries. I suddenly heard my cell phone ringing in my pocket. I had a message. I paused for a second and checked my phone. It was from Kotori. The message had no title. Uh-oh. I hesitated for a moment and opened the message. I'm sorry I didn't call, but if I talked to you now, I'd probably go crazy. Go crazy? I almost dropped my cell phone. My hands were shaking so much. Steadying my phone with both hands, I continued to read. I talked with my father. I decided to go back to Tokyo. I'm going to take a break for the rest of summer vacation. I really want to stay in Kasagura, but there is just no way I can keep worrying my parents like this. After reading that, I closed my eyes for a moment. At the same time, I felt both shocked and like I knew this was going to happen. Spending this past year with you guys was really fun. It's one of my dearest memories. I wish I had made a photo album. I'm sorry that I caused so much trouble for you all. I want you to fly through the morning glory without worrying about me. That's the only thing I want right now. So, thank you for loving me, Aoi. Even though I'm going back to Tokyo, I won't forget you. The message ended there. Oh dear. What? I held my phone as tightly as I could in my shaking hands. Its plastic casing began to crack. As soon as I snapped back to reality, I called Kotori.
ただいま電話に出られません。
It's not that
ご用
easy.
の方は P という発信音の後に
What is going on? Why aren't you answering, Kotori? I yelled without realizing it. Feeling overwhelmingly at a loss, I nearly flung my phone down at the ground. I managed to control myself and instead called a different number. Come on, answer! After calling a ridiculous amount of times, maybe 20 or so, someone finally answered the phone.
もしもし、
Hello,
カバ
Kotori.
ネです。
Kotori!
葵。
Kotori! Hearing Kotori's voice after what felt like ages, I felt relieved. I had called Hibari's home phone number. Since Kotori answered the phone, it means she's still there. I read your mail. What happened?
お母さんが倒れたの。
She collapsed. Oh god, that's why she's going back. Huh?
私のせいで。お母さんが。
Oh, she must have thought it was like a really bad accident. It wasn't just as simple as... Oh. My mind went blank for a moment. I had only asked her what happened, albeit in a strong tone, but she seemed to understand what I was talking about. How is she doing?
まだ寝込んでるって。
Oh god.
私がね、電話で帰るって言ったらね、すごく喜んでくれて。
And that's why she's going
お母
back.
さん泣いてた。
Oh.
私ずっと自分を責めてた。あの時気球に乗りたいってわがまま言ったせいで、お父さんとお母さんを悲しませちゃったから、私がこんな体になっちゃったせいで家族をめちゃくちゃにしちゃったから。
That's not right. I always said that. However, right now, those words would not console her.
だからもうそんなこと二度とないようにしようって思ってたのに、またやっちゃった。私だって帰りたくないよ。けど今帰らないと今度こそ家族がバラバラになっちゃう。そんなのもっと嫌なの。
But you... Would you do that? Quit school, go back home, and then live like that? I was only answered with silence. After a moment, she sighed.
1年前の私とは違うから。あの時みたいに何もかも嫌になって逃げ帰ろうとしてるわけじゃない。だって今の私にはたくさんいい思い出があるもん。葵と出会ってアゲハや朝や夜やあまねちゃんや飛びウソのみんなや学校にもたくさん友達ができて楽しいこともいっぱいあった。彼氏ができて普通の女の子みたいな恋愛もした。それに空だって飛んだわ。それ全部葵たちと出会ってなかったら一生得られなかったかもしれないものばかり。もう十分よ。
But there's still one thing you want to do, right? One really big thing. Did you read the message? We saw the signs. It's coming. In only a few hours, the morning glory is coming.
それは私には過ぎた夢だから。
No, it isn't.
あるの？
What are you talking about? You can fly now. You can do it on your own.
一人じゃまともにお風呂にも入れないのに。空を飛べるのだってみんなが言ってくれるからよ。私一人じゃ飛べないわ。
Kotori. I couldn't believe it. She was throwing away everything we worked for. All of our good times together. She was acting as if they never happened. Tears welled in my eyes as frustration coursed through my heart.
葵と過ごせた1年間本当に楽しかった。私にとってきっと一生の宝物だよ。だからもう十分なの。
It's not enough, Kotori. It's not even close to being enough. My sobbing began to come out through my voice. When did I start crying?
葵は飛んでモーニンググローリーを見上げることは私にもできるから。
She laughed a little. I could tell she was trying her best to be strong. Or perhaps that was the last thing she thought she could wish for. I noticed she had hung up.